Alright guys, so I know I have not been very active on this channel for a while. It's been I think a month since I posted my last video. I was very enthusiastic and I was really hype about the Ethereum merge, and I thought there was going to be a much bigger pump in the short term. I thought we were going to easily blow through $4,000 Ethereum. We were going to get to $100 ETC at the very least. Obviously, that did not come to pass, but I am still here. I did not sell. I'm sure some of you thought, oh, he hasn't posted in a month. He probably sold everything at a loss like an idiot and just abandoned us. No, that has not happened at all. I am still here. I am going to be here. I'm in it for the long haul. I am not selling. Unlike certain people that I know that may or may not be subscribed to this channel and may or may not be a coworker of mine, but, we'll leave it at that. So, I guess I'm going to give some of my thoughts on what's been happening in the market over the past month or so and what we should expect to see in the future. So yeah, it's been pretty insane. Let's see how high. I think the end of September was around the merge. Actually, it was like a little bit over a month ago. It feels like a lifetime ago, honestly. So yeah, this is the height of the hype right here. Actually, it was over here. So can you imagine just 2 months ago I had $4,000 more than I do right now? It's kind of funny when you think about it that way. And just a month ago, I have $3,000 less than I did about a month and a half ago. So yeah, it just keeps going down, 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 down. But I think it's going to go up. It's going to go back up, actually, in the pretty short term. I think recession is inevitable. I think next year it's going to be rough. Like, I think the low prices we have seen, it's going to look really high compared to the bottom we're going to get. I'd say in mid-2023 is when it's going to really go to shit. But, if you just hold money, like the mistake that I made is I never had any cash to spend because I just kept buying. Like, every single week I would buy however much, and I would be dollar cost averaging. I was averaging down, but I wouldn't have enough cash once it dipped so much. I had no money. So I decided to change things a little bit, or actually have a good amount of cash to invest. I was sitting on like $2,000 at least, and decided to hold it for now. After the whole Ethereum crash, I'm like, I'm going to hold, I'm going to let it play out. And sure enough, it went even lower, and I dumped, I think it was about $1,000, so I still have some more money left over, and I'm getting paid this week, so, it's all good. But I think in the short term, we're actually going to see some pretty good things. Q4 is usually the strongest quarter with any market because, you have the holiday spending and you have all that stuff going on. And it's actually, that's when you have the most consumer spending and when the economy is at its strongest consistently. You also have another factor going on. And I'm sorry, my dog is moving around and making noise. The midterm election. Now, I'm not trying to get political or whatever. I'm not going to actually talk about politics extensively. What I will say is that it is looking likely that the Republicans are going to take control of the House of Representatives. That is typically actually what happens in the middle of any president's term. We saw it with Donald Trump. We saw it with Barack Obama, George W. Bush. It goes on and on and on and on and on. The midterms are usually very favorable for the party that is not in control because people like divided government, especially when things are turbulent. People are blaming Democrats on inflation and are saying that if Republicans take control, that things will get better. Whether you believe that or not is up to you. I am not here to provide political opinions at this point in my life, but what I will say is that I do think that Republicans will take control. I think most people do think that at this point. And when that does happen, we're going to see a pretty good rally in the stock market, which will also go into the crypto market. People like it when you have another party coming in. It's considered to be new leadership or different leadership, even though it's the same people that have been in power for decades. but it's constantly rotating between the two parties. Um, so I think it is something that we have seen in the past, where the midterm election has triggered a mini pump in the market. I think we're going to see that, and then we're going to keep building momentum into December and January. And then I'd say around Q2 is when it's going to start to go down. We're going to see a downside, and then it's just going to it's going to go to shit. I think from middle of 2023 to, let's say, the middle to the end of 2024. 2025, if you can make it till then, I think you will be very happy. I think you will at least 10x your earnings, whether you have Bitcoin, whether you have Ethereum, whether you have ETC, or even Dogecoin. I think regardless of which project you invest in, you're going to see some insane returns. If you could hold on for 2 more years, you will be rewarded immensely. That's what I see happening. I mean, we have the Bitcoin halving. They don't know exactly when the halving is going to happen. That being said, a halving doesn't necessarily mean that you are guaranteed to have a giant pump, because remember, the Ethereum merge that just happened over a month ago was essentially a triple halving. It was the equivalent of 3 Bitcoin halvings, and it seems very unlikely that a huge bull market is going to occur in the immediate future. It's just not. We're going to see some pumps and we're going to see some dumps. Like, it's going to continue to be volatile, but as far as like a genuine bull market, we're a long ways to go from that. That being said, I'm just, reflecting on some of the mistakes I've made in the market. I entered the market in January of 2021, so I've been investing for 2 years. This was right when the bull market was about to happen, or was in the process of happening. The height of it was in May of 2021. That's when Dogecoin was going crazy. I heard people were hyping Dogecoin up around January, February. So I decided to start investing, and it was crazy. I made like $700 in one day, and that's with a $200 investment. So I got a really good taste of the potential that cryptocurrency and investing really had, because before that, I never really thought about investing. Even though my father was involved in Wall Street, he was, I wouldn't say he was a successful investor, because he made a lot of dumb decisions with money, which I'm not going to get into in this video. But he was like someone that always talked about money. He always talked about the markets and the stocks, and he always had CNBC on every single morning, and I just didn't give a shit. I never had any interest in this until 2 years ago, because I saw memes about Dogecoin, and I'm like, you know what, why not? I'm going to give it a try. So, yeah, let me just, like, give you a rundown, though, on what the past 2 years, what this journey has been like, because it has been completely insane. It's been a literal roller coaster. I mean, this chart looks like a roller coaster. So when it went up in May, I think it went from like 5 cents, which is what I bought in at, and then it went all the way up to, what was the price? I think the first big pump, it went to like 45 cents, Dogecoin. This was around May 3rd, which was my birthday, coincidentally. Then, very shortly after, it took a big dump to like, what was the price? I think it went back to like, I think it went all the way down to like 12 cents. It went down to 12 cents. And what I did, I sold at a loss in the middle of it. So right around here, I sold at a loss. It was like a $1,000 loss at the time. And back then, that was a lot. These days, down $6,700. So, yeah, it's funny. If I just said, you know what, I'm not doing the whole stock thing anymore, or the crypto thing, and I just held on to my money all the way until now, I would be in much better shape. And, kept going down, and then it went a little, back up a little bit, but not quite to the price it was before, so I kept holding on. Then it took a dump, and then into early 2021, it actually was going back up, and then it just came crashing down. But the thing is, just looking at this chart, I'm like, God damn, if only I sold Dogecoin at 45 cents, waited for it to go down to 12 cents, bought it at 12 cents, waited for it to go to 75 cents, sold it at 75 cents, and then just held on to my money this whole time. Bought back in maybe around here. Instead of Dogecoin, buy Ethereum or Ethereum Classic or whatever. And then wait for it to pump. Sell it again. Wait for it to dump here. Buy back in. Sell it again up here. Buy back in. Sell. Buy. You know what I mean? I would have like at least triple the money that I do right now. Probably even more than that. Actually, like probably quadruple or quintuple the money that I have right now. If I just kept selling and then buying back in, selling and buying back in. That is a trading strategy that a lot of people do. It's something that I'm afraid of because I'm just paranoid. I feel like the one time that I finally decided to do it, because I've been in the market for 2 years and it's been filled with ups and downs and ups and downs. But I feel like the moment I finally decide to be like, you know what, the market pumped, I have like $1,000 more or $2,000 more or whatever it is, and the price is a lot higher than it was. I'm going to sell right now and then wait for it to go lower. And then you know what's going to happen? It's going to reach an all-time high. So that's why I kind of like have been apprehensive towards doing that. Although in hindsight it would have been the best move. But what are you going to do? So I'm just, it's just a message to hang in there. It is what it is. You got to just keep dollar cost averaging, especially if you're in deep like I am. There's no point in selling at a $6,700 loss over 50%. There's absolutely no point in doing that at this stage. You're in it for the long haul. You might as well accept that. It'll only take a couple more years. Waiting 2 years to have life-changing money is a lot better than waiting 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So just put it into perspective in the grander schemes of things in life that, yeah, the next couple of years are going to be rough, but don't let the temptation, like, of having, oh my God, I would have $7,000 more in my bank account if I just liquidate everything right now. Yeah, but what's going to happen in a few months? All that money's going to be gone. And the market might be even higher. So if I just wait a few months even, So you just got to have a long-term mentality, have a long-term mindset instead of trying to be... I mean, if you're a day trader, that's fine. But I feel like most people, they just put all their money in and expect it to reach an all-time high. And then when it doesn't, they get mad and sell. Like, that's not what you should be doing. I mean, that should be the eventual goal, but don't expect it to happen overnight. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts. I wanted to give you guys an update on things that are happening. I do think November is going to be a good month. December is going to be a good month. January might also be good. I think February, March, April, around that time period is when it's going to really hurt. I mean, compared to, like, this chart, it looks terrible. I think it's going to go down even more, like, down to here. That's how bad I'm thinking. I think there's a lot of negative news going on, and maybe it's just a lot of it's in my head, but I'm seeing all these CEOs like being like, yeah, we're getting a recession soon. It feels like we're already in one, but whatever. It's going to get even worse before it gets better. I do believe that's going to happen. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the market right now and what's going to happen in the short term and the long term. What are your plays right now? Are you in crypto? Are you in stocks? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.